since we're focusing quite a bit on YouTube, we're going to do a quick return to the weekly or maybe bi-weekly rehab roundups. So we don't have a lot of horses in rehab, but we do have a lot of horses that are medical right now. So let's just start, and we'll be doing these updates regularly. It's been a while since we've done a rehab roundup. So Dex is not technically on rehab or medical. She's just living her best life as a 30-year-old in sanctuary at our rescue. But she is, when we were doing these last time, she was still recovering from a shelter flipping on top of her. She will always have a little bit larger hind leg that has pretty regular, well, every 4 or 5 months it kind of swells up and has some drainage, so cellulitis or something in there. But at 30 years old, she's sound, she's happy, she's doing well. We're not going to stress it too much. Up is new horse Lily. She's been with us almost a month now. It's almost time to go to auction tomorrow, in fact, and see if we can help another Lily. Lily is pregnant, so we are on pregnancy care, gaining weight nicely. She's had her first pregnancy shot, the pneumabort. We are fundraising to raise money to remove a cancerous tumor from her eyelid. So that is something, even after the foal is here, that we will have to work on. She has a due date of somewhere between May and early June. Could be earlier, could be later, as it's an estimate. But that's kind of what we're shooting for. So we'll keep giving you updates on her. And as soon as she's friendlier, like as soon as we can catch her easier, we'll start doing bump dates and measuring and all that fun stuff. Jazzy is in on stall rest for a month, well, another 3 weeks or so, because she managed to puncture her eye pretty bad. Not bad, but like she stuck something through it and has a bad ulcer. She is getting meds every couple of hours. She has 4 different meds, including a serum. But other than that, is doing well. I do notice that her fly mask looks wet this morning, so I'm going to take that off and look at her eye. Penny is a horse that has been on several of our rehab roundups, and due to ongoing chronic lameness. We've never been able to find a reason. We've tried a lot of different things. He has some pretty bad scarring on one knee, but all of his other x-rays are clean. I don't believe we x-rayed that knee. At this point, he's 20-ish years old. He's on daily pain meds, and it's not doing well. I think we have come to the unfortunate decision that at this point, since we can't seem to fix it, we need to, we need to end his suffering. I hate to use the word suffering because he isn't suffering, but he's also not pain-free. He's not managed. So he, that's our goal, is to be managed pain. So if pain meds were helping and making him happy and sound, we'd be fine. But it is not. And if that joint was fused, we could also consider just letting him live out his life sanctuary here. But he does show, like, when it gets colder, it does get worse. So he does show that even if it is partially fused, it is still causing discomfort and pain. So yeah, we can't keep it managed, and that is our indicator that at this point we've tried everything we possibly could think of and nothing's working. So you have to come to the reality of what that means and what's fair for them, which is really hard with him because he's probably one of the sweetest horses you've ever met. Shano this week. Shano is 38. She's struggling a little bit with a cough this week. We've been doing nebulizer treatments, and we did get her a round of Exceed, which is a antibiotic that works really well with lower respiratory infections. So we gave her that first shot yesterday. She'll get another one in 3 days just to see if it's going okay. She is eating again. She had kind of slowed down on eating, but all in all, we're pretty happy with where she's sitting. Worried, of course, that could be a heart failure thing at 38 years old, but we tend to worry about everything. But the first step was rule out infection, so that's what we're doing. Big D is technically still on a weight gain diet. He came into us about 500 pounds underweight. Understand his normal weight is quite a bit higher than a normal horse. But he was skin and bones. He was very thin. He's a almost 17-hand thoroughbred, so he's huge. He's gained a ton. We're dealing with some abscess issues, chronic abscesses in one foot. He came in, basically both of his soles were just holes. We've had him x-rayed. Everything looks good, so we're just going to continue giving him time. I have weaned him off pain meds this week, and he seems to be doing well, but we just like to get that little sheen of rib covered. And granted, he's a thoroughbred, so it's always difficult, but he is doing very, very well. I wouldn't even really consider him on rehab. He's just on, lots of food.